Mi nombre es Fredy Alonso Roa Huertas, soy instructor del Centro de Materiales y Ensayos de la Regional Distrito Capital. I am a teacher of English. I studied a teaching program in the Pedagogical University here in Bogotá, Colombia. I've been teaching for the last 12 years, although I finished my career in 2004. I've been working essentially in universities and here in the Sena. My competences, well, of course, as I took a teaching program, I know a lot about pedagogy. I think I have a good level of the language, and of course it's very important the manage of the class and all those pedagogical things. I consider that one of my most important things is the knowledge on how to manage or how to deal with a group. So that would be one of my biggest competencies. In terms of vocational, of course, as I teach English, well, I can also teach Spanish. I have to say that in my experience, well, initially I started working in high schools, then with universities. So I have had a big experience in this area, like teaching these vocational areas. In this moment, I am instructor. I'm teaching with groups of software, programming software, and now it's a necessity to learn a second language. Well, I have to say that unfortunately the level of students right now is not the best. Well, we have two phases of this situation. One is that we have an excellent private education, but a public education that has experienced so many difficulties. So in my opinion, I think that it's a little bit difficult to say that we are in the right way in this moment. We are trying to improve, of course, and I have experienced groups that are, well, that they show a great advance. But unfortunately, in some areas, in some schools, in some institutions, the resources are not enough, are not what we are supposed to have. So I think we need to improve a lot in our area. Well, I have worked a lot in, well, you know, I'm an English teacher. So the first thing for me was to learn the language like the most I could. Also to know how to teach, because one thing is knowing a language, but another is teaching a language, and also giving the student the opportunity to learn what we are trying to teach. So in my case, or in my opinion, I think that one of my biggest strengths is one that I feel a big, enormous passion for language and for teaching, both. And second, that I have had the opportunity to have many trainings with different companies, with different people. I have been involved even in face-to-face classes, also virtual classes. So I have a big knowledge of new technologies. I have included the TICs in my classes that are absolutely important. And I think those are my strengths. Of course, we need to continue analyzing the process of teaching. Sometimes the results are not exactly what we expect. These days I have experienced students that, due to their condition, to their economical condition, or their personal experiences, they struggle too much in in getting the language or acquiring new vocabulary or things. So I think that it's always necessary to continue analyzing what am I doing in class, how can I improve what I'm doing with them, and how can they acquire the knowledge that is necessary for every level. Initially, I want to tell how did I get here. I mean, one day I was talking to one of my friends that I took the TOEFL like 1 year ago, and I was trying to find a good place abroad to study, to take a virtual specialization or master's degree. And then somebody heard the conversation and told me about this program. And I said, this is a perfect opportunity for me. First of all, to be in contact again with the pedagogical part. Also to learn new things, to be in contact with other English speakers and with other teachers, and to make a deeper analysis of my teaching. So I think that's one of the purposes of being in this course. I work in Centro de Materiales y Ensayos. It is located in the south of the city, Primera de Mayo with 30th Avenue. We have mostly students from the south of the city, so we have a population that has, some of them have very difficult economical conditions, and we provide quality education for them, especially in areas like welding, jewelry, programming, also materials, right? So the analysis of materials. And I think this is an excellent place to work. It's very nice to work there. Not only because the students are great, because they are all willing to learn, they are all willing to do things, and of course they are there because they want to, but also because we have a great team in that center. It's a team that is very organized. The head of the center is always pendant of what is going on in the different courses that we provide there, and I think it's a very nice place to work.